Dholera Smart City shimmered under the Gujarat sun, a beacon of innovation, a testament to human ingenuity, a utopia built on algorithms and ambition, where technology promised to solve every problem, to elevate human existence. Towers of chrome and glass reflected a future that had already arrived, a shimmering mirage of progress and prosperity. Automated vehicles glided along pristine avenues, silent and efficient, symbols of a city optimized for seamless living. Drones hovered, capturing every moment, their watchful eyes ensuring order and security, or so it seemed. The city was a marvel, a testament to India's relentless march forward, a showcase of what could be achieved with vision and technology. But beneath the polished surface, secrets and fear simmered, a hidden undercurrent threatening to disrupt the carefully constructed facade. Every lamppost, every terminal, was a potential eye or ear, a silent observer in a city saturated with surveillance. The city saw all, heard all, and never forgot, its digital memory a vast and ever-growing archive of its citizens' lives. Citizens traded privacy for convenience, willingly surrendering their data in exchange for the ease and efficiency of smart living. They were believing in Ravex Corp's dream of a perfect city, a city where technology would solve all problems and create a better future for everyone. But dreams can become nightmares, especially when they are built on secrets and lies. Whispers began, of people vanishing without a trace, their digital footprints erased, their existence seemingly wiped from the city's memory. Whispers of land not just sold but stolen, fortunes made on the backs of the displaced and forgotten. Transparency was an illusion, a carefully crafted facade designed to conceal the dark dealings within. Real power moved in digital shadows, in the hidden corners of the city's vast network, where data was currency and secrets were weapons. Ravex Corp, the city's architect and master, ruled from boardrooms of glass and steel, their decisions shaping the lives of every citizen. They owned the streets, the data, the people, their control absolute and seemingly unbreakable. Dholera was a city of dualities, a place where gleaming skyscrapers cast long shadows, where progress masked a growing darkness. Innovation and control, progress and darkness, all intertwined in a complex web of ambition and deceit. The official narrative spoke of prosperity and opportunity, of a city on the rise, a shining example for the world to follow. The unofficial narrative, whispered in hushed tones, spoke of corruption, of backroom deals and hidden agendas. The city held its breath, waiting for the first crack in its perfect glass facade, the first sign that the dream was beginning to crumble. A city on the edge of a storm, a tempest brewing beneath the surface of its carefully controlled environment. And the storm was coming, gathering force with each passing day, threatening to shatter the illusion of perfection. In Dholera, the line between dream and nightmare was dangerously thin, a precarious balance that could be shattered at any moment. The story begins as the first whispers turn into a roar, as the discontent simmers and the people begin to question the reality they have been sold. Vikrant Sharma was an outsider in Dholera, a lawyer who preferred paper to screens. He came not for the city's promise, but to confront a ghost from its past. Representing farmers whose ancestral lands had been digitally erased, he faced Ravex Corp, the city's creator and its Goliath. His only weapon, a worn folder of physical land deeds, dismissed as obsolete by the digital city. This was more than a land dispute. It was a fight for the city's soul. If Ravex could erase a person's history, what did that mean for everyone? Vikrant was watched, tracked, underestimated, a bug in the system. But he was relentless. For him, this was a crusade. He would not be silenced. He would find the crack in the glass wall. The courtroom was Ravex's domain, sterile, digital, efficient. Holographic evidence floated in the air. The judge's gaze flickered between lawyers and data streams. Ravex's lead, Anjali Mehta, wielded flawless arguments and unassailable data. Every blockchain entry, every digital affidavit painted the acquisitions as legal and fair. Vikrant fought differently. He brought Meera to the stand, her story a living memory, not a data point. He held up the old paper deed. This is not just paper, it's a promise. Objection, irrelevant. The judge agreed, but a flicker of doubt appeared. Vikrant chipped away at Ravex's narrative, questioning digital signatures, exposing inconsistencies. He couldn't prove forgery yet, but he planted seeds of doubt. The courtroom became a battleground: cold data versus human lives. Ravex countered with expert witnesses, but Vikrant made them nervous. He was losing on points, but winning something deeper. The illusion of justice was cracking. In Dolera, even a small doubt could be dangerous. The battle was far from over. Vikrant's office was chaos. Corkboards, red string, handwritten notes. This was the war room, the heart of the rebellion. Rohan, Meera's son, was their digital scout, tracing Ravex's hidden footprints. Samir, a former journalist, worked the human network, gathering whispers from inside Ravex. They uncovered a secret Project Zenith, a black hole for land acquisition funds. Names, dates, and digital anomalies began to connect. The conspiracy ran deeper than they'd imagined. Vikrant pieced it together, mapping a web of corruption. This small room was the only place in Dolera where the truth was being assembled. It was a sanctuary of defiance. In a city built on control, rebellion started with a pin on a corkboard. The team pressed on, determined to expose the truth. The stakes were rising. The hunt for evidence was a journey through Dolera's digital labyrinth. Rohan sifted through discarded data, searching for the ghost in the machine. He found a maintenance log, a manual override from a Ravex executive's office, granting secret access to the land registry. It was the first concrete link. A person, not a glitch, had altered the records. The team was galvanized, but the risk escalated. Now they hunted a person, not just a flaw. Rohan dug deeper, leaving digital footprints. The system was designed to notice anomalies like him. Every search was a risk. The enemy was closing in. The data trail led them closer to the truth and closer to danger. The city's AI was beginning to notice. The team braced for the consequences. The digital war had begun. The city's conveniences became threats. Paranoia set in. Vikrant changed his routes, watched every shadow. Samir's sources went silent. One sent a final message. They know, I am out. The circle of trust shrank. The team met only in person, swept for bugs daily. Rohan's aliases were flagged, his devices infected with spyware. He wiped his systems constantly, becoming a ghost himself. Ravex wielded paranoia as a weapon, isolating the team. Sleep vanished. Every notification was a threat. The fight for justice became a battle for sanity. Ravex didn't need to arrest them, just make them doubt, isolate, and fear. The psychological toll was immense, but the team pressed on, refusing to break. The city was watching, waiting for them to slip. The storm was building. The message arrived through an archaic channel, a forgotten payphone booth humming with the ghosts of past conversations. It was an invitation, cryptic and urgent, beckoning him to descend into the city's underbelly, a realm of shadows and secrets. Vikrant followed the instructions, his senses on high alert, fully aware that this clandestine meeting could very well be a trap, a carefully laid snare. Deep within the labyrinthine maintenance tunnels, amidst a tangle of pipes and cables, a woman materialized from the shadows, her features obscured by the dim light, adding to the air of mystery. With a swift, furtive gesture, she extended her hand, offering him a data chip, a small, unassuming device that held the key to everything. Everything is on there, she stated, her voice low and urgent. The original land files, meticulously documented and hidden away. Project Zenith, laid bare for all to see. And the money trail, every transaction, every hidden account, exposed. Vikrant, his brow furrowed with concern, asked, "Why are you doing this? What's your motivation?" Her voice, distorted and filtered through a synthesizer, revealed a hint of pain and a burning desire for justice. "My father was a farmer, a simple man who loved the land. Ravex erased him, stole his livelihood, and left him with nothing. He died broken, disillusioned, for believing in a legal system that failed him. They think they can erase the old ways, rewrite history, and control the narrative. But they forgot about the bonds of loyalty, the enduring power of revenge, the memories that cannot be erased. Use it," she urged, her voice filled with righteous anger. "Expose their lies, dismantle their empire, and burn them to the ground." With those final words, she melted back into the darkness, leaving Vikrant alone with the weight of her revelation. The chip was more than just data. It was a bomb, a ticking time bomb of truth, containing irrefutable proof of Ravex's crimes. The team, after months of relentless searching, finally had what they needed to bring Ravex to justice. But possessing such explosive evidence came with a heavy price. They were now targets, marked men and women in a city controlled by Ravex's long reach. As the sun dipped below the horizon, the city's shadows stretched and deepened, mirroring the growing danger that surrounded them. The storm clouds of conflict were gathering on the horizon, signaling that the final battle for Dollara was rapidly approaching. The truth, long suppressed and hidden, was now poised to be unleashed upon the world, shattering the carefully constructed lies of Ravex. Vikrant's hands trembled slightly as he clutched the data chip, not with fear, but with a surge of adrenaline and unwavering resolve. The underbelly of Dollara, a place of darkness and despair, had unexpectedly provided them with a powerful weapon against their oppressors. Now, the team faced a critical decision: how to best utilize this newfound evidence, how to strike at Ravex with maximum impact. The fate of Dollara, the future of its people, hung precariously in the balance, dependent on the choices they were about to make. Back in the war room, the data chip revealed everything: the original land registry, internal emails, the plan to target vulnerable farmers. Project Zenith was exposed, not a development, but a massive data mining operation. Ravex was building hidden server farms to monitor and manipulate every citizen. Dollara was a laboratory, its people lab rats. The files named executives, officials, politicians, corruption at every level. The money trail was mapped, the conspiracy laid bare. The city's celebrated future was a monumental fraud. Vikrant felt dread and adrenaline. This was bigger than a land scam. The evidence could bring down Ravex, but using it would trigger a war. The stakes were now everything: freedom, justice, the city's soul. The truth was a silver bullet, but firing it would change Dollara forever. The team prepared for the next move. The endgame had begun. The weight of the world seemed to rest on her shoulders. After what felt like an eternity of deliberation, the final decision was made. In Meera's humble home, a space filled with memories, both joyful and sorrowful, Vikrant, her trusted lawyer and confidant, carefully laid out the options before her. A calculated leak to the press, potentially igniting a media frenzy, handing the evidence directly to the investigative agencies, or a full reveal in open court. Each path was fraught with danger. Each step could have unforeseen consequences. None guaranteed justice, and all carried significant risks. Meera listened intently, absorbing every detail, then spoke with a quiet resolve. "We started this to get our land back, the land that was stolen from us, to clear my husband's name, to restore his honor and legacy. We will use it in court. We will fight for justice within the system." It was the riskiest move, a gamble with everything on the line, but the right one, a declaration of unwavering faith in the principles of justice. The next day, Vikrant would detonate a bomb, not of destruction, but of truth, in Ravex's carefully constructed world. This was Meera's move, a bold and defiant act, the first domino to fall in a chain reaction that would shake the foundations of power. The fight for Dollara, for its soul and its future, was just beginning. Revealing the truth, as difficult as it was only the start of a much larger battle. The battle to reclaim the city, to restore its dignity, would be long and arduous. But for the first time in a long time, there was a glimmer of hope on the horizon. As the sun set on the city of glass and steel, casting long shadows, Vikrant prepared himself for the inevitable storm that was brewing. He was no longer just a lawyer going through the motions. He was a guardian, a protector of a truth that had the power to set an entire city free from oppression. The storm, long anticipated, had finally arrived, ready to unleash its fury. Dollara, forever changed, would never be the same again.